Hey, welcome back to Dr. Tabby Cat. Today I owe my masculines their reading, so we're going to do the masculine reading, and it's going to be the single masculines Cinco de Mayo reading. So we are going to do your zodiac. We're going to do the Santa Muerte, the 2 tarot decks, and we're gonna do the career and financial life advice, and we're also gonna do which type of masculine character is out here, and then we will do the place that you may spend your Cinco de Mayo, and what physical appearances you may be looking like, and what aspects the person you may end up speaking with and hanging out with that day, or hooking up with that day, may be looking like. All right, so let's get started. All right, so I pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got number 54, square, semi-square, equinox, tension, 49, 11th house, community, 37, descendant, invitation, 51, conjunction, alliance, and 26, Neptune, vision. So the first one is 54, square, semi-square, quincux, tension, and it's 2 birds who are fighting in the water. So 2 birds, and there's tension there. So the advice here is, this is a workout of the body, mind, and or spirit, and workouts can be tiring. Take this opportunity to build strength and learn to reconcile the conflicts within. When you can resolve internal conflicts, it's easier to resolve external ones, definitely. All right, the next one is 49, 11th house, community. All right. '49, 11th house, community. And that is, group mindsets can take you places you don't want to go, or allow you to avoid the work of one-on-one intimacy. Think for yourself. Healthy community and strong teams are made up of wonderful bouquet of unique individuals. So basically that means don't allow others to decide for you. Always make your own decisions in life. If you like something and you're deciding to purchase something, don't have somebody else's opinion. Like, you can ask them their opinion, but don't allow them to sway your way one way or another. Always go by what it is you're feeling. Do your research for yourself, because group mindset can be a horrible thing. All right, the next one is descendant and invitation. And it is, you give your power away when, instead of working together, you ask others to be what is missing in yourself. Tend the inlet to your heart. Invite in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging of mutual evolution. Because that's usually how karmic relationships are, is you trauma bond. So you're bonding on something that's missing within you. And so a healthy relationship, you're coming together equally, and you're not pulling somebody in on something that you're missing. All right, the next one is 51, conjunction. 51, conjunction. All right. All right, 51, conjunction. Be wary of relationships that ask you to shrink yourself to fit them. and value the conjunction over individual growth. A conjunction can become greater than the sum of the parts. Definitely. You gotta have room for growth, and you don't want to shrink yourself down to make somebody else happy. If they don't like you for who you are, then they're not meant for you. All right, the last one is 26, Neptune Vision. All right, Neptune Vision. Neptune, overwhelm can turn acceptance into passivity, imagination into illusion, sensitivity and hunger for spirit into addiction. Watch for water damage. Allow yourself to float, to swim in the great ocean of the collective consciousness. Soak up the presence of divine soul. There is no separation between you and all sentient beings, between you and the realms of God and spirit. It says pray, meditate, intuit, use your divination, rest and dream, activate the right side of your brain and step out of the sequential logic into the sense of the infinite. All right, and one thing I noticed with all of these cards is there's circles on every single one of them, and not just one circle, but a lot of circles. 9, 9, 7, 10, 6, 8. Yeah, there's circles on every single card. There's also triangles on every single card, and blues. Circles mean pregnancy. I know we're doing a masculine reading, but circles definitely mean pregnancies. So just be careful with that. Or maybe someone around you is pregnant. Let's see, there's clouds. Clouds can mean that your vision can be clouded. Things are not clear. There's feathers that can be ancestors. Blue is the throat chakra, your voice. So stand on business. Okay, so now we have the message from the Santa Muerta. And the first one for the square, semi-square, quincunx for tension is number 14. And number 14 is the longest word ever. Chalchituku. Chalchituku. It's a lake. Okay, and we got blue again. Okay. And she is the goddess of all waters, lakes, seas, and sailors, as well as the goddess of beauty and fertility. See what I mean? We're talking about pregnancy. She reminds us of how development and progress can only be possible if we view life as a benevolent river, a moving event, and not all as something static. The flow expressed by love card, number 4, which, if understood and allowed to run, allows this card to bring beauty and ardor instead of lightning and storms. The advice: do not fight against the flow you are in. A river cannot be tamed with force. You must surrender to its currents and use its strength as if it were your own. Yes, you must surrender to the universe, because you can't control what is meant to happen. So just tell yourself, I surrender to the universe. I surrender to things I cannot change, and I allow things to happen and to be what they must be. Just say that every day and they will. Okay, here's another blue card, and this one is fraternity. All right, fraternity for the 11th house, number 49, community. Okay, no true evolution or progress is possible if we consider ourselves to be isolated from the world. This card encourages us to do any spiritual and subsequent material work in a state of solidarity and trust towards others. The primordial concept expressed by the love card must sediment in our minds so as to bloom and lead us to collaborate with others for a greater good. The advice: approach your work and your actions in a state of socialness and solidarity, perhaps starting collaborations with those you trust. So that is the fraternity card. And the next one, Descendant Invitation 37. We have number 7, another blue card, which is the main picture for Santa Muerta, number 7. And it is the feminine card. Okay. And we have Wealth, the masculine card, presented us with the primordial, active and creative, impulsive, that still has no form or direction. This card is complementary to it. A receptive and feminine basis, which like a womb or cocoon envelops the primitive energy, disciplines it and stabilizes it by giving it a shape. This shape will consent its growth and evolution, but will inevitably give it mortality. The advice: take the necessary time to study and meditate before executing your project. Perhaps ask a feminine or maternal figure for advice. With the maternal figures, only do that if you're for sure that your maternal figure is trustworthy and isn't narcissistic or out to cause any issues with what it is you're doing. And every single one of these cards have talked about birth and womb and fertility. So, all right, the next one is for Conjunction Alliance number 51, and it's number 18, Emotions. So maybe you guys need to get in touch with your feminine side. All right, sentiments, fluid and changeable like water. They are the aspect that characterizes this card both positively and negatively. Our emotions are the main source of our moods and of our joys and pains. They are the part of us that places us in a receptive and communicative position in regards to the external world, ready to embrace it with open arms. In negative terms, however, they can lead us to close and isolate ourselves from everything around us, transforming the initial multicolored source into tears. The advice: remember to put your heart into whatever you're doing, otherwise the results will be exclusively tied to the satisfaction of your ego and will stagnate you in the swamp. And the last one we got is for Neptune, number 26, Vision, which we got number 29, which is the life of the party. 29, art. Some of you may be into art. Art is doubtlessly one of the most important aspects of life. Yes, it is. Once man descended from trees and satisfied his primary needs, such as building a roof to protect him from the elements and finding food, the first thing he did was paint the animals he hunted. Art allows us to create a narrative around the world we live in to make it less ephemeral, to communicate our highest and most noble thoughts to others, such as those that come from our emotions, through the use of intellect. It allows us to give a comprehensible form to otherwise impenetrable concepts, as those that come from the world of emanations and personifications of the divinities illustrated in the world of creation. The advice: your project has taken on an important scope, and it's necessary to communicate and transmit it creatively to the outside. Most definitely. Hold on. Okay. now, let's see. So I pulled the masculine character card. So for the square, semi-square quincux, I got numbers 26 and 27, which was the inventor and the lawyer came out. So the inventor and the lawyer came out for the first one, number 54, square, semi-square, quincux. And so the inventor is brilliant and eccentric. He's got a solution for everything except where he left his keys. The lawyer, number 27, persuasive and sharp. He'll argue his way into your heart and out of taking out the trash. And then I also got financial and life advice. So for the inventor, it says there may be a hiring freeze or no new work now. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. So that's the career advice for the inventor. And then for the lawyer, we got the future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You're always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. And you don't have to be a lawyer or an inventor, but these are just characteristics. All right, so for 49, the 11th house, we got the lifeguard and the circus performer. And the life advice for them is the lifeguard got expression. You need to work that lets you express your creative self. You could do that well at writing, blogging, or a career in communication. And then the circus performer, flexibility. You'll need to see in the dark to maneuver the coming changes. While it seems extreme, just hang in there. This too shall pass. All right, and then for number 37, the Descendant invitation cards, we got the Hunter and the Social Influencer, social media influencer. So the Hunter is outdoorsy, primal, enjoys the chase, maybe a little too much. And the social media influencer, trendy and popular, lives for likes, struggles with love. So the Hunter got many choices. You have options. Even if you don't see them right now, get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what's best. And then the social influencer got roll the dice. Time to put yourself out there. You're hiding your talents. It's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. And that's number 25 and 49, 28 and 12, 26 and 27. Okay, the next one is conjunction 51, alliance. And we got the mechanic and the photographer 31 and 36. The mechanic and the photographer. And we got, for the mechanic, trapped. You feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. And then the photographer got rewards. You're cashing in on all the good work you've done. Raises, bonuses, and prosperity are coming in. Keep going and keep growing. All right, and then for the last one, Neptune vision, we got number 3 and 2, the architect and the adventure. And we got for the architect, innovation. You will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Old ways are outdated. Event, create, and test ideas. And then for the adventure, we got make it work. You have all the tools you need to succeed, but you have to put it in effort. You excel at working with your hands and fixing problems. All right, so that's that. And then I'll do the going out person characters after we do our tarot. So So that way you know what the person may or may not look like, that you may or may not meet, possibly, on Cinco de Mayo. All right, let's see. Okay, and for you guys, I got my favorite deck, the Celestial Tarot deck, because it's so beautiful. And they're so sleek. They're pretty blue and gold. All right, so let's see. Who are my masculines? My single masculines going to meet on Cinco de Mayo. What single companions are they going to meet on Cinco de Mayo? All right. Who are my single masculines going to meet this week on Cinco de Mayo? Who's in their energies for them to meet this week on Cinco de Mayo for my single masculines? Who's in their energy this week to meet on Cinco de Mayo? Okay, you have the World. The World is an internet card, so you may meet someone online that you're going to meet up with. And the Six of Cups is on the bottom, so that'll be an equal give and take. Or you could each be drinking 3 and 3. 3 shots each. All right. Okay. Tell me more about who's in my masculine, single masculine's energy for them to meet up for the Cinco de Mayo event. Who are my masculines going to meet for the Cinco de Mayo event? And the World could also be someone's not from here. They could be from another part of the world. All right, let's see. Okay. I'll take a leap of faith. Give me a minute. It's a lot of cards. I'm going to read them and see what comes through. All right, you got the Fool, which is my favorite card in the deck. Which I think for Cinco de Mayo, that's the perfect card to get. All right, so you have the Fool energy to meet. And then you have the Five of Cups. So the Fool is no gender, but male, female, whoever you're looking for. Someone who is willing to take a leap of faith. They're willing to jump into something even after grieving over something that they may have just gotten out of something. They may have had a loss. Okay, and they also got the Page of Cups, so they're willing to take a new start on a new love after the Five of Cups, which the Five of Cups with the Page of Cups is the Six of Cups if you put them together. So it's equal give and take. So the Fool, the Five of Cups, the Page of Cups. So willing to take a leap of faith after a loss of some sorts on a new cup of love, because the Sun is illuminating the 8, the 7, and the 3 of Pentacles, which is a lot of monetary cards, earthly cards. So the Eight of Pentacles sometimes is blocking, but it's also a work card. Seven of Pentacles is laying the seeds, laying the foundation. Three of Pentacles is working with a group, the community. So willing to take a leap of faith after a loss for a new cup of love, while the sun is illuminating the hard work after planting new seeds and collaborating. I need to get more on that. Those three. What's on the bottom? Nine of Swords and Two of Wands. Sleepless nights. Over what action? Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups. The Tower. Wow. All right. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles. What is that? The Three of Swords. Okay. So they did have a heartbreak. They did have a loss. So they basically have just been focused on work. Yeah. So this person, they're willing to take a leap of faith into something, a new cup of love, and seeing the sunshine again after dealing with the Three of Swords, because all they've been doing is working. So yeah, they need something new. All right. All right, so that's one scenario. Give me another scenario for the masculines, who they may meet on Cinco de Mayo. Oh. All right, we got the Nine of Wands. Well, Nine of Wands, Eight of Cups, and Ten of Pentacles. My goodness. Okay. Nine of Wands. All right. Well, that is a wounded warrior, as some say. Or some say, you know, the grass they thought was greener on the other side. It could be a cheater. Okay, so just be wary. You're either going to get the girl who's going to take a leap of faith after going through a loss and a heartbreak that's been focusing on work, or you're going to run into the cheater, the Jezebel, that you need to walk away from, because that's not the direction you need to go. All right, tell me more about the Jezebel, Nine of Wands, Eight of Cups. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands energy. 999. So 999 could be significant. Yes, so when it comes to this Jezebel energies that you're going to run into on the Cinco de Mayo when you're drinking and you're not going to be sober, you need to take the Four of Pentacles. You need to hold back your energy. Do not go forward. Hold back. Take the Eight of Cups. Walk away. And Nine of Cups. Have your wish fulfillment with yourself for the moment. So 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 9 of Cups, walk away, be by yourself, and then go into Hangman for a minute. You see the Hangman is upright. He's already seeing a new perspective on things, so he already knows that he's been through this cycle already with the Jezebel. And so you're going to be in this 9 of Pentacles, which means you're single and you're sufficient by yourself. You're only 1 pentacle away from having it all. You have the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. You have everything. So you're a catch for the night. And you're also going to be in this Knight of Wands, which is why you're attracting the Jezebel spirit. So you need to learn to make sure you've learned your lessons and walk away. All right. So I'd rather take the Fool girl. Because see, if you go with the Jezebel, you're going to end up having a tower. And you don't want to have a tower. That's going to be a bad tower. And then it's going to be a Page of Pentacles, which is this Jezebel is going to do that earthly magic on you. And you're going to revert back to your old ways. And then it's going to be a death to that new cycle that you worked so hard to get to. And then you're going to become this King of Swords again because you're going to be stoic and upset because all that work went to waste. All right. Who else is in the masculine's energy for Cinco de Mayo? Is there any other energies that they're going to meet? Yes, okay. You got the Lovers. So if you hold off on the Jezebel and you be patient, you will run into the Lovers. And the 2 of Wands, which is planning for a new path. And that will lead you to the Ace of Wands, a fiery new beginning. And the Ace of Cups, a new love, a cup overflowing with the new Lovers. And the 2 of Pentacles, as you see, it's equal. It's not imbalanced. It's equal. There's a balance between the Lovers. And the Ace of Swords, that's the truth. It's going to be an honest relationship. So yes, just take your time. Okay, clarify the Lovers. Clarify the Lovers. Clarify the Lovers. Clarify the Lovers for the single masculines. Can we clarify who the Lovers is for the masculines? How will they know who the Lovers is? Clarify who the Lovers is for the masculines. How will they know who this is? Oh, shoot. Let's see. Okay, it's going to be a Queen of Pentacles. So somebody that's, could be a mother, a little bit older, nurturing, grounded. She works, could have her own business. Judgment, it could be a Libra. 7 of Wands, she's very protective, could be a fire sign. 5 of Swords, it could be, well, air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Not into conflicts. And earth sign again, 6 of Pentacles, equal give and take. Balance, definitely Earth or Libra. Okay, so Queen of Pentacles for the lovers. All right, so you have a Queen of Pentacles, which is the actual lovers. You have the Fool, which is someone wanting to take a leap of faith after a failed relationship that broke their heart. And then we have a Jezebel energy that you need to stay away from. Okay. All right. Any other... who's this on the internet that the masculines may meet? Who's this on the internet that the masculines may meet on the world? Who's this on the world card that the masculines may meet online on Cinco de Mayo? Clarify the world card, who they may meet online. Clarify the world card. Let's see. Queen of Swords. Okay, you may meet a Queen of Swords. Now remember, with the Queen of Swords, she's very stoic, very sharp with her words. Emperor Strength. 8 of Wands. Okay. Be careful with who you meet online. Okay. Now you're coming up as the Emperor. Okay. And then it's telling you to have strength for whoever this is that you're meeting online for the Queen of Swords. It's also telling you that this person's going to have very quick actions and fast communication. They're also telling you that they're going to be quick to put you in a 5 of Pentacles state of mind, which is leaving you in the cold, no matter in which perspective. They could leave you with the bill at the restaurant, who knows. But they also have the Devil energy right behind that. So their intentions are not good. And then the Magician is right behind that. So I would just be careful with who you're meeting online, because with the Magician, they could be wearing a mask. It could be a cross-dresser, is what I was getting with that. They're cloaking themselves as something they're not. And the Devil, yeah. So just be careful. All right. So you have 2 good options and 2 bad options. So online, just be careful. And then in person, just weigh your options out. Have good conversations with them. And just listen to your intuition. All right. What is the outcome for the single masculine Cinco de Mayo with these situations? What is their outcome for the night for Cinco de Mayo? What is their outcomes for the night for their Cinco de Mayo with these situations? All right. Well, you got the King of Cups sideways. So you got the King of Cups sideways. So you're teeter-tottering on expressing emotions, which, you know, it's just a night out, so you don't need to go all in. But we also got the 8 and 9 of Swords. So that's mental imprisonment and sleepless nights. Yeah, you know, just getting to, you're literally just getting to know people, so just take it at that. And that's really all it is. All right, so just remember, have fun. All right, so we'll do another spread with the other deck. So that was a good one. Not bad. So just watch out for the cross-dressers online, and the Jezebel in person. Okay. Now, let's get another one. All right. Single masculines, who they're going to meet for Cinco de Mayo. My single masculines, who are they going to meet Cinco de Mayo. Okay, let's see. How about we do post Cinco de Mayo? Okay, post Cinco de Mayo, single masculines, relationship status. Who's going to be in their energy for love? Post Cinco de Mayo. Who's going to be in the single masculines energy for love? Single masculines post Cinco de Mayo. Who are they going to have in their energy for love? All right. Oh, we have luxury, which is the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, you'll have a nice single, self-sufficient female, male, whatever it is you're dating, going to be in your energy. All right, that's good. Okay. All right. Tell me more about who's going to be in their energy for love. Who else is going to be in their energy? The single masculines post Cinco de Mayo. All right, we have the Temperance. So we have an Earth Angel that's going to be in your energy. And we have the Justice card, which is a Libra card. And we have the Ace of Swords, which is also a Libra card, which is the Truth. All right, so 2 Libra cards, an Earth Angel, and Earth energy. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So someone who's single, self-sufficient, business owner, an Earth Angel, maybe spiritual, very balanced. Justice, someone in the Justice Department, maybe works legal. And then someone who tells the truth, who's honest. Clarity. Okay. Tell me about this luxury person in their energy. Tell me more about this luxury person in their energy. Tell me about this luxury person in their energy. Tell me about this luxury person in their energy. Okay, tell me about this luxury person in their energy for love post Cinco de Mayo. Tell me about this luxury person in their energy post Cinco de Mayo for the single masculines. What are they like? What are they looking for? What do they need from my single masculines? Okay. All right. Give me more. Illusion. Okay, happiness. It's a time of radiant success, vitality, and renewed energy. Be your fullest self. This is the Sun. So the luxury person, you're gonna have happiness with the sun. All right, give me something on this temperance. Give me something on this temperance person and their energy for love post Cinco de Mayo. Give me something on the temperance energy post Cinco de Mayo. And you know, temperance is alchemy, so you guys can alchemize together. So we have completion, the world. So you guys are gonna make major milestones of completion together. So you may create, well, alchemize things, make some money together. All right, justice. Tell me about this justice person and their energy. Cinco de Mayo, post Cinco de Mayo for love. Tell me about justice. Post Cinco de Mayo for my single masculines. What is it they want for love with my single masculines? They're all about the order of truth and consequences, balance and fairness. All right, generosity. When the flow of giving and receiving is healthy, everyone thrives. Six of Pentacles. So they're all about reciprocity. Reciprocity. Okay, tell me about the Ace of Swords that's in their energy for love post Cinco de Mayo for my single masculines. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about the Ace of Swords, new ideas. Okay, we got a few for that one. We got nostalgia, the Six of Cups, so it could be somebody from your past that you know. Could be somebody younger, older. We got invitation, the Knight of Cups, an idealistic offer is being presented, whether in love, creativity, or new opportunities. And love, connection is a catalyst for healing, self-discovery, and spiritual evolution. The Lover's card. Oh, wow. Could be a past life love. And then we got the Ten of Cups. So this could be a twin flame soulmate. Ten of Cups, harmony. All right, so that's a good one. All right, and then, oh, and we got good luck, the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom. All right, and then we had one fly out that was not in with this, and that was illusion. So that is somebody causing illusions. We're going to find out who that is. Somebody's not happy about any of the options you have in your energy. So let's see. Who's this person causing illusions that's not happy with the single masculines and who they have in their energy? Who's this causing illusions for the single masculines? Who's not happy with what they have going on? Who is this person causing illusions under the moon? Deceit. Somebody that's deceitful with the Seven of Swords. It says, be cautious with your plans, communications, or partnerships. All parties being forthright. So yeah, be careful with your phones. Somebody could be reading your phones, your messages, GPSing your car, tracking where you're going. Somebody's not happy at all. So you have 4 people in your energy post Cinco de Mayo, and you have somebody who is not happy. So a 5th person who is not happy about it, and they are doing lots of spying to find out where you're going, what you're doing. Okay, so you have a soulmate twin flame energy that's in your energy. Could be an air sign, possibly, with the Ace of Swords. You have somebody that could be in the justice system, legal system. You You have a temperance angel, earth angel, that's in, it could be a Sagittarius. Then you have earth energy or Leo that's in your energy. All right. So what is the outcome that my masculines can look forward to with these possibilities here? What are their outcomes with these possibilities here for the 4 good ones? What are their possibilities here? Okay, poverty for the one that's in the illusion. Okay, what is the ones not the negative one? What's the good possibility? And leave the negative person out, because we don't care what they think. Okay, what's the positive possibilities for the rest? Okay. Oh, a tower is falling for this person. All right, they're going to be in poverty. And then new love. So either way, you're going to find new love. Yeah, definitely. New love, collaboration, liberation, restoration, and creation. Even enterprise. Okay, partnerships. All right, that's good stuff. All right, so those are your options. All right, now we're going to get to the characteristics and the places you're going to meet them. Okay, give me some places where they're going to meet on Cinco de Mayo. Some of these opportunities. Where are they going to meet some of these love opportunities on Cinco de Mayo? Give me some places for the single masculines where they're going to meet these opportunities on Cinco de Mayo. Give me some places where some of these single masculines are going to meet some of these opportunities on Cinco de Mayo or post Cinco de Mayo. Fall down, fall down. Okay, let's see. We have the icy wilderness, Arctic wonders, and polar extremes. So someplace cold, or where it's cold inside. I don't know. A coffee house, coffee, tea, artisanal brews, pastry, and indulgence. On a rooftop. At a school or a learning facility, at a live concert, music celebration, and court, that would explain the legal, countryside, winery, post office, and a swimming pool, sunbathing and tanning. So those are some of the places you can meet them. And then let's get some physical characteristics. Give me some physical characteristics of who the single masculines will be meeting and some of the characteristics of how they will be looking fine on Cinco de Mayo. All right, Cinco de Mayo, single masculines, how they will be looking and who they will be meeting. All right, let's see. Let's see. anything else. I don't know why 9/11 just came to me. The Twin Towers and a fireman that passed over, and a little boy with blonde curly hair and blue eyes, beautiful blue eyes. Is that his son? No. I don't know if anybody's from New York or has a family member from New York, the Bronx. A family member that was a firefighter that passed away in 9/11. Twin Towers, he was saving people. He passed away. He's actually going to be reincarnated into one of the divine masculine's sons that's going to be born. He's going to have a beautiful blonde, curly, fluffy hair and blue eyes, and he's going to be he's going to be very spiritual, and he's going to curse a lot. Oh my gosh, cuz he's cursing up a storm. He's like every other word. He reminds me of my grandmother. Every other word is curse words. So I don't know who that goes to. I was in Florida at the time when the Twin Towers fell. Yeah. My son's father was there when they fell down. But yeah, so whoever knows or has a family member from the New York, the Bronx, the Twin Towers, then that is for you. You're going to have a son with beautiful blonde, curly, bouncy hair. Very wild. Very talkative and curses a lot. Now this is crazy. I know I was doing the masculines, but I thought some masculine cards would come out, and we really did not. We got all females just about. Okay, so here's some of the aspects that you will be meeting. So they may have a scar on their face somewhere. It may not be that noticeable because his you could barely see. It's like very light. They may have black hair. They may be tall, taller than you. It doesn't matter how tall. They may have freckles. They may be skinny. They may be plus size. They may be white American. They may be a redhead. They may have coarse curly hair. They may have green eyes. They may have braids. They may have blonde hair. They may have a busty chest, and they may be a practitioner. So there you go. That is that. All right. So that is your Cinco de Mayo reading for the day of and post love reading. So you had very good options for the day of. Just remember, watch the online dating, because you could be hooking up and meeting up with a cross-dresser, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you're into. But if that's not what you're into and they don't tell you that that's what they are, then yes, that's probably what you're going to be getting catfished for that day. And then also the Jezebel, which, you know, the Jezebel is the incubus and succubus spirit, which is a demonic entity. You don't need any entities, especially if you've worked so hard to get rid of the entities in your life and you've done all your healing. You don't want to go back and revert back to your old ways again and have to go back and redo all that healing again. And then post Cinco de Mayo, you had 4 great options. One was your twin flame soulmate, which was a true cup of love, 2 of cups relationship. And the other 3 were other options, earth sign, a Libra, a Sagittarius, and another air sign. So, and then you had one person that was not happy about you having choices in your energy to date. So they were spying on you, following you, tracking you, GPSing you, probably has a tracker on the car or on your phone looking at your messages. So just beware of that. Always know where your phone is. Change your passcodes to your phone, your computers, your banks, whatever else you need to change. Do that, and everybody be safe. Watch your alcohol intake. Don't drink and drive. Uber it if you need to. And that's it. Be safe. Thank you. Bye.